In a striking revelation, the IAF Chief Air Chief Marshal A P Singh has said that Indian forces destroyed at least 4 to 5 Pakistani F-16 fighter jets on the ground. He added that another 6 aircraft, including F-16, were shot down by the S-400 air defense system during Op Sindoor. Launching a full-scale verbal attack on Pakistan with dollops of sarcasm, he said that claims of Pakistan about Indian losses in Op Sindoor is Manohar Kahaniya. Addressing his annual press conference ahead of the Air Force Day, ACM Singh repeated his earlier statement that 5 Pakistani fighters and 1 large aircraft were shot down by India's S-400 Triumph air defense systems. However, he went about and gave more details of the exact Pakistani losses. Talking about Pakistani losses, the IAF chief said India has struck a large number of the airfields and installations. Now listen to what the Air Force chief has to say about Pakistani losses.
On ground, because of our strikes, there have been radars at least 4 places, command and control centers at 2 places, runway, of course, damaged at 2 places. Then 3 of their hangars in 3 different stations have been damaged, and in that hangar as well as on tarmac, we have signs of one C-130 class of aircraft, one AEW&C class of aircraft, and at least 4 to 5 fighter aircraft, most likely F-16, because that base happened to be F-16, which would have been under maintenance that time. Along with that, one SAM system, which has been destroyed. And so these are the strikes that, the destruction that has taken place on ground by our strikes. And as far as air defense part is concerned, we have clear evidence of one long-range strike, which I talked about, more than 300 kilometers, which happens to be either an AEW&C or a SIGINT aircraft. Along with that, 5 fighters, that high-tech fighters of between F-16 and JF-17 class is what our system tells us.
Asked about Pakistan claims of having shot down several Indian fighter jets, including 3 Rafale, the Air Force chief said, their narrative is Manohar Kahaniya. Let them be happy after all. They also have to show something to their audience to save their reputation. That doesn't matter to me. Grinding it in further, he said that if they think they shot down 15 of my jets, let them think about it. I hope they are convinced about it and they will cater for 15 less aircraft in my inventory when they come to fight again. So why should I talk about it? Told that Pakistani terror groups have started setting up headquarters deep inside Khyber Pakhtunkhwa after their Punjab-based headquarters were attacked. ACM Singh said they will probably build smaller structures instead of big structures. However, he added that if intelligence available, then the Air Force has the capability to go and deep inside any of their hideouts with absolute accurate targeting. We can destroy them and their hideouts, he said, and added that our options have not changed. Our options will remain the same in this matter. The Air Force chief also spoke about the Su-57, more Rafale, the Tejas Mark1A and the S-400. On the issue of the Russian 5th generation fighter program, the Air Force chief confirmed the ThePrint story that a Russian proposal was under consideration. He said, as far as the Su-57 is concerned, I just want to say that we have to weigh all the options, and we have in the Defense Ministry and in the Indian Air Force a very set process of induction of any weapon system, and that process will be followed. So what comes will depend on what meets the requirement and what is best for us. ThePrint had reported that the IAF was looking at the Russian aircraft not for stealth, which it has limited, but for the ability to carry heavier and hypersonic munitions like the R-37 air-to-air missile and the Kinzhal, besides being able to undertake deep strike missions. ThePrint had also reported that the delivery of the Tejas Mark1A may not happen this month as expected because the IAF is of the opinion that it will accept only a fully ready fighter, which could be in the first quarter of 2026. The Air Force chief spoke on the issue and said that the expectations of the technical requirements of the aircraft remain exactly the same as fixed several years ago. And I quote, We expect the aircraft to be able to achieve those parameters that are set in those documents. We are very excited to have this aircraft with us as early as possible. I believe the engine flow has started and some promises are being made. Some more R&D work which is still pending. That work is still going on, and as soon as they can certify the aircraft against set standards, we are ready to welcome it, he said. The IAF chief also spoke about the possibility of more S-400 air defense systems as reported by ThePrint. Obviously, that has been good. So there is a requirement to have more such. There is no limit to numbers that you can buy. Again, I am keeping quiet on what the plan is. It has proved to be a good weapon system. We have our own system also developing, so we will take a call on that, he said. ACM Singh also spoke about additional Rafale, first reported by ThePrint in April this year. He said that the Rafale is one of the options that is available because they had already done their homework in terms of the earlier MMRCA contract, in which they had found the Rafale the best aircraft suited for them amongst those candidates. He said that any aircraft of the class is what is required immediately. Now, whether it is Rafale or something else, it really doesn't matter, but yes, Rafale is easy to observe, he said. So whichever design house is ready to come up with the proposal to make in India, to give us technology, to give us freedom, I think that design house should be chosen, he said. Incidentally, the IAF has already moved a proposal to the Defense Ministry for more Rafale, a file which is under consideration by the Defense Ministry. For ThePrint, this is Snehesh Alex Philip. Do subscribe to ThePrint's YouTube channel for more such videos.